morning, my dear students. I am Mrs. Shivie once again welcome you on my channel English with Shivie. Today we will learn about the sentence transformation. First of all, you have to know that this is too vast. There are so many parts, so many kinds, so many things to be learned. So, read and watch it carefully. If you are liking my videos, then push the like button. Subscribe my channel if you are new here. Comment whatever you are wanting to see, and please stay with me for the rest till the last. So first of all, come to know what is sentence transformation. Here I have written sentence transformation. Definitions: transformation is the process of changing. Means whatever is changed. As the name is showing that transformation means बदलना, to change. एक सेंटेंस को दूसरी तरीके से चेंज करना, but without changing its meaning. Here the example is also given that an example is a transformation is a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. Sentence transformation is just like the caterpillar. As the caterpillar changes, turning its shape into butterfly, as sentence transformation are there. It is same in the sentence in the meaning, but after changing it, it is more beautifully as the butterflies are. So sentence transformation is the sentence in which we can put some efforts, we can change them with adding some words to define them more and more beautifully. In another sense, we can say the transformation of a sentence is all about changing its form without altering its meaning. It is told that without changing its meaning, we can alter its sentence, its words. It is the process to change, to alter the words, but without changing its meaning. That is sentence transformation. See the example. It was a blue shirt. It is a simple sentence. It was a blue shirt which was blue, or it was a shirt which is blue in color. If we will say that this is a blue shirt, then we make two sentences. It was a shirt which was blue, means it was a shirt, it was blue. So in place of it we used which. This became the complex sentence. Here are the types of sentences. One by one we will learn them. First is simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, declarative sentence which is called also statement, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. All these several kinds of sentences are there which can include in transformation. Degree of comparison also are there in this form of transformation. The removed of two, two and two is also mentioning in sentence transformation. So means so many kinds are there, so many types are there by which we can add, we can alter, we can change the sentences, we can transform the sentences. So first we will learn how to change the sentence transformation. We will know about the sentences, but if we will know the changes of transformation, the changes of sentences, we have to know about the clauses first. So see what is clause. The clause is where there will be subject and a predicate as a group of words, but that will not be considered as a full sentence. From standard 1 you are knowing about the subject and predicate. The subject is only the word which is started there in the sentences, and the rest part is called predicate. So the sentence which is having the subject and predicate means the group of words which are there in a sentence. This is called sentence. But if the sentence will have the real meaning, if the sentence has a full consideration, then only it will be the full sentence. See there, the clauses can be of two types. The first one is dependent clause and the second one is independent. First one is independent and second is dependent clause. Independent clause, a clause that contains both a subject and a predicate. Independent clause have the subject and predicate both. Means the phrases or the clauses like incomplete sentence will not be there. Can stand alone as a sentence. We can make the sentence with subject, verb and object. So independent sentences have all these three things and we can make the sentences alone. We can put the single sentence in independent clause. Can be a part of a multiple clause sentence. Multiple clause sentence means if there will be 2, 3, 4 sentences, then this will be the part to make the multiple clauses sentences. Because this sentence is completed, this is full of meaning and this is having the all senses. In this independent clauses, we are there to use these conjunctions or, for, nor, so, yet and but. Conjunctions, what are the conjunctions? The syllables, the words which are used to join the sentences. Two clauses. Here you will know that the value of clauses. Means if there will be two clauses, there will be two sentences, then the conjunctions will be there to make the sentence clear and modified. Example, we worked hard for the examination but didn't get the good marks. Here are two sentences like we worked hard for the examination. Second one is we didn't get the good marks. Here are two sentences but we rejoined them to use the conjunction but. Because we have to change them in the form of sentence transformation. So first of all we have to know about the clauses, that what are the uses of them. Which type of clauses are there. So first of all independent clause. Understood it well? So now we have learned about the independent clause. The second part of clause is dependent clause. The name is showing that dependent. It is dependent on any other sentence. So it cannot be used as the single sentence. As the independent sentence is called, independent means independently, without any restriction, without any help, it can be used. So what is dependent sentence? See, a clause that have a subject and predicate. In both clauses, independent and dependent clause, we have the subject and predicate. But this cannot stand as a sentence. As a single sentence, we cannot use the dependent sentence. Always be a part of a sentence on which it depends for more. Every time we will use the dependent sentence with the meaningful sentence, with the independent sentence to have the meaning, to have the sense. Types of dependent sentences. Here are three types. A dependent clause of three types. First is adjective clause, which is called also relative clause. Adverb clause, which are also known as relative clause. Adverb clause is called adverb clause and noun clause. Means when we will make the sentences, when we will make and use the dependent clause, we will know that in which clause we are using them. Suppose it will be adjective clause, then the connector, the conjunction will be according to the adjective. If the sentence will be used or will be meaningful on the adverb, then it will be called adverbial clause. Here I have written the example, I have a bag that I bought yesterday. Here are two clauses, I have a bag, I bought yesterday. So tell me, what is dependent clause and independent clause in these? I have a bag. I have a bag. Which clause is this? Yes, independent clause. And I bought yesterday. This is showing the real meaning? No, this is incomplete. What I have bought yesterday? So this incomplete, this is not showing the clear meaning. So it is dependent clause. But we use a dependent clause with the independent clause to use that here. That is used for bag. This will be noun clause. That is used for bag, is bag which is bought yesterday by me. So this will be the dependent clause. So now we will say and we will discuss on the clauses, on the dependent clauses. There are three types of clauses: adjective clause, adverb clause and noun clause. So first of all, here is adjective clause. An adjective clause is like an adjective which comes before change or modify the noun or pronoun. As the work is of adjective, here also the adjective clause is there to modify, to change the noun and pronoun. So there will be adjective clause. Means if there are two clauses and the adjective clause will be there when it modifies or it changes the noun's quality. We can use the sentences to add these conjunctions: who, which, that, where, when, whose, whom, whoever, etc. Means all these conjunctions are there to use to change or to convert the sentences into adjective clause. See example, the man is having the umbrella. He is nice. Here the man's quality is nice. So the man who is having, I used who. The man who is having the umbrella is nice. So here the quality is defined. The adjective form is there of the noun, the man. So who is used there in a sentence to convert the sentence transformation without changing its meaning. Second is adverb clause. Adverb or adverbial or subordinate clause is a type of dependent clause which starts with subordinating conjunctions. Means adverb clause, which is also known as subordinate clause. Also we can say that this is adverbial clause. These type of sentences are used to put what, if, as, when, until, although, because. Means this type of conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions are used to make the adverbial clause. See the example. The boy was scared. He lost his precious pen. The boy was scared. Means here is scared is defining the adverbial clause, and because it's using here. So the boy was scared because he lost his precious pen. Because it's used here in the form of subordinating clause, and which is also called the adverbial clause. It is showing the verb's quality that the boy is scared. So because it's used here, and this sentence will be made in the form of adverbial clause. So now here is the third kind of dependent clause, that is noun clause. In a sentence when a clause functions as a complement, subject or object is called noun clause. Means when in a clause there will be the complement to the subject or object in the form of noun and pronoun. Obviously the subject and objects are called nouns and pronouns. So if there will be the complement, the subject and object in the form of noun and pronoun, there will be noun clause. See the example. That he had the cup of tea was amazing. Here the cup of tea is noun, and for the cup of tea that is used. So we had the cup of tea that was amazing. So here that is used for the complement or for the quantity or the quality or the description about the cup of tea. That is amazing. So it will be noun clause. Some words which are used, which starts from the adjective clause. Here in noun clause also we have to mention these conjunctions or these clauses. Only we will see the use, where and how it will be used. Means in the form of adjective, if these type of words will be used, there will be adjective clause, and if in the noun form, then there will be noun clause. So that, who, when, which, where. why, whether, how, etc. These are the words which are there to connect the sentences, the main clauses or the subordinate clause in the form of noun. So we will not be misguided to see the clauses, only the words, the conjunctions, the connectors, that this is the noun clause or the adjective clause. But we will see, we will have the sense to read the sentence, to have the meaning of the sentence, and we will know that this is adjective clause or noun clause. Now here are simple sentences, definitions and compounds. To understand, more clarify and to know about the clauses, we have to know the definition of the simple, compound and complex sentences. So now we will start the simple sentence. What is the definition of simple sentence? What is simple sentence? Are you knowing about the dependent clause? So independent clause is the clause where there is no need on any other coordinate or other clause. It is fully completed. There is no need to add any other clause. So here also, when in a sentence that has one dependent clause, it is called simple sentence. Means if there will be the independent clause, then there is no need to mention any other clause. So it is simply called the simple clause. That is also called the main clause. Example, he did his best in examination. There is no need to mention any subordinate, any independent clause. Means this is totally independent, so it is called the simple sentence. Now the third sentence is of complex sentence. When in a sentence that has one clause and one or more subordinate clause, it is called the complex sentence. Complex sentence is a sentence in which there are one or more than subordinate clauses. Means with the sentence, simple sentence, if there will be subordinate clause or another one or more two subordinate clauses, there will be compound sentences. Like example, he achieved the good marks who did best in the examinations. He achieved the good marks. Full stop. He did best in the examination. Means he did best in the examination is the main clause. He achieved the good marks is subordinate clause. So with the main clause, the subordinate clause is connected with the conjunction who. So this is complex sentence. What is compound sentence? When in a sentence that has more than one main clause, it is called the compound sentence. Means in complex sentence there will be one or more than subordinate clause, but in complex sentence there will be more than one sentence, more than two sentences which are main clause or simple sentence. Means subordinate clause will be there in complex sentences and main clause or the simple sentence will be there more than one or two in compound sentences. See the example. I submitted the question paper on time. Was held at morning, but it was too tough. I submitted. See here I am dividing in the subordinate clause or the main clause. I submitted the question paper on time. It was held at morning. It was too tough. I submitted the question paper on time and the question paper was held at morning. These two sentences are main clauses. And the third one, it was too tough, that is the subordinate clause. So in simple way, if there will be two main clauses, then the sentence will be in compound form. Now this is the another thing by which we can transfer the sentences. This is containing to and to. There are three rules. First, use that in place of to. B. Use so in place of to. C. If the sentences are in past tense, could is used in subordinate clause. See the example. The maid is too clever to do the duty. The maid is so clever that she cannot do the duty. Means here to is used. In place of to, we will use so. So here so is used. In place of to, we used that. Here is to and that. Here we will use the pronoun in place of noun. Maid is female here, so we mention here she. And if the sentence will be in present tense, then we have to use cannot. Means the second clause, the subordinate clause will be in negative form because the sentence is in negative sense. So she cannot do the duty. See the next example of past form. He was too poor to donate the money. So he was, to in place of to so is used, poor in place of to that is used. Here we have to join the pronoun to make the clause. So he is used, could not, because the sentence is past tense, could not is used. Donate the money. The rest of the sentence will be added. Means in place of to we have to use that, then pronoun and cannot or could not. So in the simple form there are 3 rules. It is too simple if you will learn them. So I hope that you will learn all the sentences transformation and will achieve the goal to give the good marks, to achieve the higher marks, to know the rules to make the sentences easy. So that's it for today. Bye.